Welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to continue talking about the minimum viable product. If you have not checked out yesterday's video, here is the link on the corner. And today I want to move towards another extension. It's about two domains of two areas of practice as an artist. I didn't make it up. A few days ago I watched a TED Talk on YouTube, I think, and I saw this speaker talking about, for any professionals, he believed that there are two areas, there are two kind of practices. One is the learning, one is the output. In the learning area, the professional is allowed to make mistakes and is learning to acquire a new skill, maybe a new technique, a new kind of, imagine if you're a doctor, you are learning how to perform the specific surgery, and that is the learning phase. You're going to test on maybe, unfortunately, animals, and you can do some simulation, and until you are the master of this technique, you cannot graduate from this area. And after that, once you master it, you move to the output. In the output area, you're not allowed to make so many mistakes anymore. You're supposed to be able to give a consistent output, the desired outcome, the results, the professional results that you designed and you are contracted to perform. And like a doctor in a surgery table, of course, you cannot make too many mistakes, otherwise you'll be liable legally for your mistakes, and it's going to be a disaster. For artists, it's the same. Like when you first learn about certain kind of techniques, it takes a few years to master it. Maybe after you master it, you can say, okay, I know what I'm doing, I'm gonna continue doing this for a while, and until the next time you want to do some changes. And when you produce this minimum viable product, it's let's say the line between the learning area and the output area, I would say. Once you build this product that can sell to some collectors for money, you become a professional artist and you say, okay, I graduate from the practice area and I gradually move to the output. And you can constantly making artworks with the same line, and you can sell them for steady price, for more or less that price you aim for. And here there is a point of departure for the doctors and the artists, because for doctors and most of other professionals, they will not change from the output area for the rest of their life, likely. They would attend seminars to refresh their skills and perhaps learn a few tricks about how to use advanced technology and equipment, but unlikely they'll go back to medical school for another 5 years just to learn a new surgery technique and to go continue working. Usually they stay in the career, in their employment for the rest of their lives. But for artists, it's the biggest fear of creative professionals to always do the same thing. I think it will really kill the joy of making art and becoming an artist. The whole point is not to do the 9 to 5, not to do the same thing over and over again. Is to be able to experiment, and is to be able to make mistakes and always learn new things about yourself, about your art, and produce different kind of artworks and experiment. And that's the beauty of working as an artist. And you are allowed as an artist to travel between the learning zone and the output zone, so you could always bring new things to your art. But here is the problem. Every time you go back to the learning zone, you are faced with new challenges, and it can be very intimidating. Imagine you were doing all your paintings for many years and suddenly you want to switch to sculpture, you want to switch to perhaps other sort of works like watercolor or whatnot. So suddenly you have to abandon what you have already known for so many years and then do everything from the beginning, just like a beginner, like a high school graduate going to college. And you have to wipe pretty much everything you know and to start a new line of work, a new way of making art. Because you are moving away from the market you already know, you can, of course, continue being the same brand as an artist, and you can take advantage of the fan base you have already built. But to make another minimum viable product with new skills, with new constraints and new realities is very difficult. And you have to do the same thing again and produce the MVP and sell it and then perfect it until you reach another level in your current technique, your current area of practice. I have met many emerging artists who started selling and they started doing quite well, and they were moving towards the mid-career artist, and they could do a very consistent output of their artworks and production. And suddenly they wanted to try new things, and they want to go back towards the learning area, and they want to travel back and bring new things. And I met artists who suddenly became photographers. It took them a few years to master photography, and after that have a minimal viable product as a photographer, and then market this minimal viable products, and then get the different collectors, and then sell the works. And it's very difficult because they are abandoning what they know. They're abandoning the things that they have built for years, and it's a sacrifice, it's a challenge, and it's also something that you have to choose. There's no right or wrong, and it's your decision as an artist. Would you want to continue doing the boring thing for so many years, or would you want to do everything over again? It's a balance between producing artworks in a way that you have already been doing and you know you'll be paid for, and going to an area that you're completely new to, and this is your choice. I want to talk about these two areas of practice, of production as an artist. So when you are choosing to renew your art, you are conscious about the challenges, and you have to quickly repeat the process of the younger you, the younger version of you building the minimal viable product for the first time. Basically, you have to repeat that. Although that you have done it once, it does not necessarily, it will be easy for you to repeat that process because things are different, the market is different, and you are again building everything from zero, from the ground level. When you always want to do new things, this is the challenge for all the creative professionals. Let me know what you think. Leave me a comment below. I would love to hear from you if this way of thinking have helped you decide your way of practicing as an artist. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.